It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. No, I can't use that. That's copyrighted. Welcome to the Great Uncle Pixel Show. I'm a little late because I lost track of time while I was programming. Because I finally tracked down the problem with why I couldn't figure out where my spikes were. I stared at the screen for a good minute straight when I finally saw it. Well, I'll just explain it because I felt really dumb. I'm not, but I just felt dumb. The player node, the running man node, and the collision shaped 2D node were not on top of each other. So per some suggestions I got, I was ray tracing from the center of the player object, this object, not the sprite itself, the 2D the 2D the character body 2D node from the center point of that node to directly under his feet. And in fact, I think it goes too far. I think it only needs to be 65 because it's in the middle of the sprite. But I was trying different values. But from here to directly under his feet and getting nothing. And then I noticed that whenever I moved under one of these blocks, it would ping that I was standing on something. So I went back to the 2D thing right here, this thing, and saw that my player object was floating up here. I don't know if you can see my mouse cursor, but it was floating right to the upper left, slightly to the upper left of blah, 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 blah. Where he is now. He was not there. He was all the way up here. Oh, I didn't want to move just that, but you get the idea. That's where it was centered instead of down here. Let me undo that so it doesn't mess it up further. But so now you don't actually need to see the game screen really. So yeah, I've got a mess of crap in the lower left, just trying to tell me what I'm standing on. And you'll notice the one that says brick. Or I'll pause it so you may notice the one that says brick. There we go, brick. Down here in tile map layer 280.0174952. And when I move to the right, I have to unpause it first, yes. And when I move to the right, it says spike in that same spot. Brick, spike, brick, spike. So now it knows what I'm standing on. Part of that is also due to the fact that brick and spike are now two separate object types. I was hoping they would be just one object type with two different layers on them, but that didn't work. So collision layer 1, so brick is now this object and spike is now this object. And I think this will work out better because the spike and the brick can now have different shapes. Because there's going to be a bunch of different brick shapes. It's not just going to be a brick when the graphics are done. And there's not going to be just one shape of spike when the graphics are done. Just that there's not going to be one invulnerability object when the graphics are done. When it should be so I can finally move on to the next part. So, what did I learn? I've learned that I need to make sure everything's in the right spot before I start assuming things aren't working. I've I've honestly oh, that's the camera 2D. Yes, the camera 2D. Right, I meant to set that manually. It should be camera 2D should be centered on the character. Hang on. Does it? Yeah. Okay. Actually, I think it's not quite centered correctly. But that's a thing for the script to handle. Brick? No, not brick. Player. Where's my camera 2D? Uh, is it here? It is not here. Where is my camera? Where's my camera control? Alright, there's no camera control. It just follows it because it's centered on it. Right, right. I'd forgotten how I did my whole thing. Yeah, okay. It knows what I'm standing on. It knows where I am. And that is very, very nice. This new function is one of the things I added it, using ray tracing. Added it yesterday, day before. I'm not sure. On Wednesday, I was so deep into trying to untangle this mystery that I completely forgot what time it was. So, or wait, was that Monday? But I don't know. But I'm going to get a lot done this weekend. I feel like now that it's was such a roadblock. Anyway, this uses ray tracing. It actually checks. It doesn't actually need to be. It should be 65. 65 should work. That's one of the things I wanted to check. It should be checked just under their feet. Uh, brick spike. Brick spike. Yes. It it's now over here instead of over. No, it's over here too. Uh, do I have results in there twice? Oh, I maybe I do. Hmm. Yeah, 251, 320. That is perfect. Well, I guess it really doesn't matter how far it goes down because the ray tracing stops when it hits something. That's the whole point of ray tracing. When it collides with something, it but yeah, let's see. Print. result get collider. Will that work? Because it has a bunch of. Okay, it won't work. Because now I have to pull. I have to pull that brick out. Right, result once more. Take a look at what I'm looking at exactly. Yeah, normal collider. Okay. There we go. Result collider name is what I want. Cause see, just right there. Result brick. And when I move over here to the spikes, we got spikes. Or we will once the output window catches up with the game. It's lagging behind because I'm critting a lot. There we go. Spike and move to the left. You can't see me move to the left, but you don't have to because that's not what I'm looking at. Should change back to brick any second now. Come on, bricks. You can do it. Brick. Brick. Brick, 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 brick. Brick. Okay. That was an annoyingly long time, but it's fine. So I need this. This, yeah, it does need to be 65. That's the next thing I need to test. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that, and let's get rid of this, because I don't need these. Okay, brick. Now, I want to say no contact when I'm jumping, so it needs to be right under his feet. I need to scroll up here until I see that message that says I hit the ground from a jump. There we go. And I have to make sure. Uh, okay. Okay. Death. Is end a thing? That's not a. Okay. So there we go. We put in preliminary death. Um. Oh, right there. Going. What have I messed up? What serious, major error do I have I made to my code in my life? I forgot a colon. That's Look, game. If you know I need a colon, bump. Okay. Okay. That's not quite right, but player dot. That's fine. I don't really. This is just a temporary animation anyway. I don't really care. But okay, that's not at all even remotely. But you get the idea. The fact is, it detects the death. Supposed to fall flat on his back. Instead, he floats in the air. Sure, why not? With the greatest of ease. That's fine. The point is, it reacts. Okay, still move. I haven't. There's nothing to turn to reset him, but because I've got Is this where? No, not in here. Wait, where am I? Oh, I'm in Node 2D. Okay, so this would be. Get slide collision I. Now I can bring this stuff back, actually. The death routine probably shouldn't go in there. Okay, so I don't need this command. I don't need this command. Let's. Okay, I don't need get property list. That is just a mess. I don't need this because it's literally the same as this. Result brick, collider brick. Because this right here is where. Let me go back into Node 2D and I might not need this ray tracing anymore. I might not need any of this. Yes, I might not need that anymore. We'll see. It might just. Hmm. Oh, maybe it just hasn't caught up. Let me restart it. Okay. Collider, brick. I see it. Collider, spike. There it is. Collider, brick, collider, sprite. That's exactly what I want. So I don't even need this ray tracing anymore because it was correct. Everything I was doing was correct. It's just that everything was in the wrong place. Well, no, that's not all that was the problem. Now that I think about it, also the problem splitting the bricks and the spikes into two separate objects. made a big difference. I'm going to leave death here so I can call it from anywhere. This is leaving it on the top node here so I can call it from anywhere. Yeah, so now the get slide collision, in other words, the thing I'm touching at any given moment, if Merci, Merci name, colon equals. Is that a thing you can do? Where did I get that code from? Did I? Oh, that might be some of the code I just copied blindly to try and get this test these tests working. But let me just look at Godot assignment command. Is there a difference between okay. Just equals. Yeah, so edgy. Look at that, edgy. Death takes us all. Death, death. So we run to the right here, and death takes us all. There we go. We standing on a spike. Death. Anyway, that's why all these things are floating up here, incidentally, because I was trying to figure out why it was registering as me standing on something when it was something directly above me, and that's because my player object was originally up here, a little higher than that actually. But yeah, about where he jumps to at the peak of his little hop there. That's where it was originally, right there. So naturally, when it was testing for the ground under me, it was actually testing for these blocks above me. The higher ones were to see if I was being detected as standing on top of it while in the middle of a jump, because these it detected I was standing on top. Anyway, I fixed it. I'm not gonna shouldn't dwell on it too long now that it finally works. But there we go. There is a death routine. It now tests for death. What script is this? This is character body 2D. Okay. Uh, dot M color 0.5111 else 1111. And that I haven't actually shown what's going on here. Huh. Go on. You can do it. I believe in you. There we go. Anyway, yeah, so he turns red when he's on the spikes now. Okay, I have to make it not collide Okay. Interesting. That is not considered a oh no, it is considered a collision. And technically hitting these things is oh, interesting. Okay, I mean there's still some things to work out because I should be in the air. It shouldn't if I'm in the air, there shouldn't be a collider. If get slide collision count equals equals 0. Okay. So it should also, and you know what? Let me remove brick tile set tile map. Let me remove some of these floating things. I don't need them anymore. There we go. Because that'll be awkward. Yeah, there we go. I turn red. Well, that's an issue, and I'm half on the spike and half off. It flickers back and forth because I'm technically standing on both. I guess it doesn't really matter. The thing that does matter is that. Because I am not considered to be touching the ground at this point. Let, spike. Let's take a look. Let's have a little fun down here with some spikes. Do and bricks. Did that update the game itself? Yes, it did. Hmm. Okay, yeah, I need to move the camera down, but or I need to move the camera up. What happened to the camera? It used to be. Hmm. I need to reset the camera. Clearly, it's not updating when I. There we go. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, oh. Okay, hang on a second. I've got a thing to do over in chat. Do. There we go. Anyway, uh, anyway, here's the game. That's well, that's interesting. I full screened it and it didn't full screen. The camera is still well. I can mess with that. That's fine. I need to change whatever setting makes it so it's not. But anyway, point is, now I can stand on the thing here, and more importantly, when I jump, I am no longer counted as being on the spike. That is the important thing. And yeah, it helps to it really does help to turn the character red like that to see when Oh, that's interesting. When I'm moving, I'm not counted as being on the spikes. Okay, that's an interesting. Ugh. Godot, why? Why are you like this, Godot? I'm obviously on the spikes. Why does moving mean I'm not on the spikes? Of course I'm on the spikes. Okay, so it's all good. It's all good. It's all good, man. Stop. Let me look over here. I want to look at this stuff. Move and slide. If I'm moving, am I not falling? No, I am falling because I'm just going to start it real quick. No reason to look at this because I can move in midair, right? Right, yeah. Yeah, the thing that's. Let me flip that back on so you can see my current issue. Try a few things here. Wait, no, I do want to be standing. No, I don't want to be standing. I want to be standing right there. So it thinks I'm touching a brick, even though I'm standing on a spike. Is get floor body a thing? It's not. It's not. Okay. Where? It should be printing this too. Collision point, collision name. Is it only doing that when I jump? Let's see here. It's not doing it at all. Hang on a second. Let me go back up here then and remove this print statement and remove this print statement and remove this print statement. So leave in only this print debug statement down here, which you probably can't see because I had the game screen up. Yeah, that was smart of me. Anyway, whoop, made a mistake. Okay. Um, hang on a second. Before I do anything else, brick, Let's put some bricks there so I don't fall off the edge. Okay, so there's bricks. There's a gray screen. Okay, there's the actual. I'll adjust that camera some more to get it where I like it. But there's some weirdness happening here. Yeah, see that? It was fine until I touched the side like this, and now when he moves, he stopped. He's not considered to be on the spikes. But yeah, standing on the spikes while touching the bricks from the side should uh count as spikes, not bricks. The brick should spike should override the brick. I wonder if it's because spike is too low in the. If I move it up to there, that'll mess up some other things. But no, okay, no, because it looks like I'm still touching both at once. So, okay, that's not the not is not by itself the problem. Yeah, it's still doing it with the. Okay, so I'm going to move spike back down to the bottom, which is going to be kind of tough. Let's come on. No. Okay. There we go. Then spikes back down at the bottom. Good old spike. Whatever reference you think I just made, that's probably not it. Yes, you're right. It's the spike from Double Dragon I was thinking of. The one who was renamed, who's actually Jimmy Lee. Okay. I've already made a lot of progress here. This is just being able to determine I'm standing on spikes. Oh my goodness. Like I don't need this anymore. Let me just also take a quick peek at something else. Oh, let me close that window capture. Just oh, look at that. Everything's looking good. Good, good. Oh, someone was okay. Anyway, I got distracted. I feel a little more confident today than I did in previous streams. Now that this one thing has been straightened out, I feel a little better about my entire life. Close this tab, close this tab. Okay. Just want my script tabs open. Yeah, this is the main line that moving spike above brick would mess up, and only by a minor amount. Right, I want to remove the collision layer with brick and see if that messed anything up, and I think it will. Yes, it will. Okay, that's exactly how I thought it would mess things up. Interesting, though. It still turns white. Hang on. Yeah. Let me. Let me change these bricks around. Did it change over here? It did. Yeah, I can't stand on them anymore, but I'm still getting some weird oh, right, that doesn't weird flickers. Anyway, collision. We turn those collision layers back on so I don't fall to my death. Oh, I had the window off and I thought it was on. That was good of me. Anyway. So yeah, when I touch the spindle, so make a little change to the script here. Color 0, 1, 1, 1. Make it even dimmer. Actually, 1, 0, 0, 1. Let's do that. I want them to be blue. Daba dee daba die. Okay, there we go. That's for various reasons. I can see involving a whole lot of color blindness. I can see that color blindness and still some odd uh, monitor calibration issues that I really don't think about most of the time. But yeah, see, it's doing the thing where it should be blue when on spikes, white when not on spikes. But there is something weird about the movement routine. See, after I jump, it's correct. After I touch this for even a moment, then it's yeah. Yeah. There's definitely some weirdness going on here. I think maybe I should try one-way collision. Not sure. Oh. First of all, changing the shape of the wrong collision. One-way collision. On? No, that won't work. I mean, it'll work, but it won't work right. Because it means I'll be able to go through... wait? No? Okay. I did hit save, right? It should up... did update, right? Okay. Yeah, because... collisions are just weird. Do I have my everything turned up? Okay, yeah, I don't have any sound effects yet. I don't have any. It's very quiet without sound effects. Um, turn this background sound up a little. I don't think it was playing at all. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Huh. Hang on, hang on, hang on. 'Cause if not is on floor. Yeah, okay, so that will solve the in-air problem. Uh, Where's it printing this? What is it printing here? Collision point. Collision name. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make a new tile map for the bricks that'll have two tiles in it. One will be a brick, one will be a shelf. Oh, I like that idea. That's a shelf. The shelf will have a smaller hitbox but can still be stood upon. Yes. But in any case, yeah, no, I wanna just look at this screen, not at the actual game screen. I want to look at the output window. Okay, so the text. Okay. 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 This number. This number indicates so let's remove this. And let's put it over here. If collision name equals spike and hang on. If point no. If collision angle is 0, then if collision name is spike. Now this may be wrong too. I might need it in both places. Okay. Let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, it just counts during a jump. Okay. Okay, that's what I was afraid of, really. Okay. Yeah, that's going to give me red. Let's see. C dot get angle. If C name equals spike. Now, will this function work? Will it work okay. Yeah, as you can see, it's still a little wonky. Now, actually, you can't see it. I forgot to turn that window on. Uh, so it's still a little wonky, but it's closer. See, because if I do that, then it's. But as soon as I release holding right, but also it is not testing for hitting the sides anymore. It is only testing the ground under my feet. Because technically, even while I'm standing in place like this, I am constantly falling and therefore constantly colliding with the ground. But still a little wonky. I still gotta work that wonk out. Right, right there. As soon as I change direction, it recognizes the ground. Even if I'm holding both keys at once. So I don't. If it's releasing right turns in blue. Unless I'm no, yeah, just releasing right turns in blue, meaning it recognizes the spikes. Holding right and tapping left also turns in blue. But simply running to the right from the safe bricks. These are all actually going to be the only safe bricks in the whole game. That's on the. That's the rest of the floor is going to be nothing but spikies. It's not. They're not actually going to be spikes when all is said and done. But it's a good visual image for the rough draft version. Yeah, mostly okay. So I need to make sure. I started being happy, and then I remembered. No, 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 no. I want to see. Is get angle. That's what I should be looking at here. Okay. It appears to still be 0. Print the name. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be spammy. Yeah, she only prints C name if it's 0. Oh ho. Hmm. Appears to not be doing the check at all. It appears to be saving the check for when I wait. Now it is now it's doing it. That's even weirder. No, okay, it didn't do it that time. Yeah, it appears to be saving the check. Not every time, but for when I release the key. Same there. It didn't automatically change back when I left. Hmm. Now it's fallen behind, so I can't quite, not quite sure. Okay, so that is the problem. That is the problem. I don't need this. Uh, Move and slide. So move and slide does not update the collisions until the movement is done. Uh, that appears to be what's going on here. So as long as I'm still moving in the same direction, it's not checking for collisions at all. Or it's not checking for collisions with the ground, at least. It checks with collisions for stuff I slam my face into. Damn that. Oh, and let me undo that. Make it a little less spammy. Still spammy. It's gonna be spammy as hell, but okay. So velocity is 0 because I'm standing on the ground. Okay. So because I am not, because I am apparently not technically falling right now. That is good to know. That is good information to know. That I am not technically falling. I may have to use ray tracing after all. Let's see here. Though, honestly, I think I want this. Maybe? Except this only seems to activate when I get a collision as well. Mm. Mm. Bonk. The numbers have fallen behind. Plus. Okay, let's look again. There's a lot of me just staring at numbers and seeing what those numbers are. Fortunately, I like numbers. '92, is that the one I just unlocked? Okay. Floor hit. Okay. So floor hit or collision info. collider name. That should also give me let me remove some of these other print debug statements like this one, and not sure what this is. Just this. Oh yeah, where's that velocity thing? I want to set that to, I just want to remove it, actually. Restart. Swap to get that window up and running. Come on, you can, oh, is it crashed? It may have crashed. It did crash. Why did it crash? I can't tell from looking at that window. Can't call method get the collider on really? If floor hit. Okay. Rerun. Restarting. There we go. Okay. Oops. Didn't have the right window open. Need to look. Brick. Brick. Okay. Spike. Where's the other command here? What? Where's it printed? Where's it? I just want to print this. 92. Oh, this is 92. Okay. Do I need two? One for when I'm standing still and one for when I'm moving? Is that the idea? So, maybe I do. So let's put this up here with move and slide. Let's remove all these because it's annoying me. Shrink all that. It looks like spike. What is that? Okay, no. Hit. Okay. Var floor name equals we don't need to split it like that. Floor name equals brick. Oh, it's showing me brick and spike at the same time again. I don't like that. Oh, okay, I see, because I'm half and half. That's fine. But if floor name equals spike, floor name equals spike. If floor hit. Ooh. Hang on. put that there. Oh, colon. Needs a colon. Hang on. Okay. There, floor, name. Hang on. Dang. No. No, it's fine. Let's go up here. There, floor, name, equal, colon, string. Pretty sure it's a string. We're back down here. Too far down. Else floor name equals nothing. Debug, it doesn't really need. Oh man, I feel a headache coming on. That's no good. And I already took some aspirin. That's fine. That's weird. There's two collisions for the floor. One seems to hit only to be only when I'm moving. The other one's only when I stop. So I'm using both. I don't know if it's if I do that right, but I do that. I don't like how close that wall is to that's fine. That's fine. It's not like it really. It's not like this is the final layout of anything. The final layout's going to be pretty darn long, I think. Excuse me. Let me take another sip of my zero sugar Coca-Cola. I'm not getting paid for saying zero sugar Coca-Cola. But hey, Coke, if you're listening, hit me up. Anyway, I think finally that part is done. Now, I'm gonna go over here. I say here, and then I don't show what I'm hearing to. That's smart of me. Going over to here. My old good buddy, paint. And I'm going to take this tile map. Well, I'm going to duplicate this tile map because I can. This is save as PNG tile map 2. And we're going to zoom in. We're going to zoom in. We're going to zoom in. I'm not going to start painting it all the colors of the wind. What are you doing? I just want to. I want to change this drastically. Copy. Nope. Paste. Okay. This is tile map 2. Yes, it is. Hang on. I didn't exactly want to do that. Okay. I want to know where it splits. I want to put the split on the left side. Okay. There we go. Now it is correct. you know, this is, as I keep saying, all placeholder graphics. But I still want it to look good. So anyway, we got a white spot. I'm going to take this and, yeah, even that little line, because that was only a marker. Beep. And I don't really need that black line either. Okay. So there we go. I'm going to import. Okay. That looks good. Let me hit save. Let me go back to Le Godot. Oh, stop that. We go up the brick. I've got a spike tile map here that I don't really want anymore. How do I delete this? Well, whatever. Oh right, over here in tile set is where I delete it. Okay, so we delete this spike. Let me drop tile map 2 in here. No. So I want to change the size of this. This should not be here. Delete. Okay, good. Tile map 2. Drop this in here. Yes. Okay. Paint. Okay. Mess that up. Well, I guess I could have just made it an alternative tile. That may be the way to handle this, actually. Let me do that. Tile set. Bleep. I'll take tile map. And alternative tiles. How do I do that? Can I drop? Let me drop this over here. No. Yeah. What am I doing? Paint. There we go. Okay, that was Emerson advertised as the say. What the heck happened here? Okay, screw it. I'm just gonna undo everything I did. How far back can I go? There we go. Okay. Okay. I didn't know I had a wall floating out here in the middle of nowhere. Let's get rid of that. Okay. Tile map 2. We're going to drop that in here. Right. Okay, it doesn't go in there. Tile map 2 goes in here. Yes. Okay. Good. Let's do that. Holy poop. Anyway. We want it like. Okay. So this changing this Y value, what messed up the location? Yes. Okay. I don't want to change that. I want to change the size of the texture region. That's what I want. That is what should be 16. There we go. Okay. We paint with all. Oh, no. Okay. Set up. We remove all those. Back to paint. Hang on. There we go. Now we shrink this. We shrinky dink this down to okay, I don't want you to snap to the thing there. Disable snap for the moment. And let's try this again. Here we go. Re-enable snap when I figure what I'm doing here. Okay, let's re-enable snap. Half pixel snap. Things are there. Okay. Grid snap. There we go. There we go. Accidentally deleted a point there. Okay. Things around. Make sure it snaps to grid. And there we go. Okay. Now I can drop one here. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hopefully it doesn't mean I'll fall through the floor. Okay, I'm not falling through the floor. I'm going to set that up there. What I'm going to do is brick. Tile map. I want to put, no, this is select. Okay. That's not what I want. Just show me my bricks. Okay. Why can I not put the bricks? Brick. Brick, brick. Brick click. Why is it just blinking the square instead of dropping the brick there? Wait, do I need the paint tool? I need the paint tool. That's why. Cause, no. I want you. I want you? I guess that's okay. I don't know. Actually, hang on. Let me just put a couple bricks right there. It's not the one I want. There we go. Got a couple of... Let me see what that looks like in action. Ow, wrong window. There we go. Wait, no. There, that's the right window. So you can see what I can see. Okay, that's no good. Okay. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure it would stand on the platform and not like stand on an invisible space above the platform. That's going to be a shelf, and upon the shelves. So yeah, that's not where the shelves are going to go in the final game. So you can just remove those quietly. You can just bye bye. I'm going to put one up here. Yeah, we're gonna put a shelf right, a single shelf right up there, and then we're gonna take our little star and drop it right on the shelf. Generic. So there we go. Moved it over there. It should have moved. Yes. Okay. The problem is the shelf. You want to do it so the shelf does not block from the side or the bottom. I'll have to see. So it might have to be wind up having to be a separate object too. Like the spike, like making the spikes a separate object made them work properly. Let me make sure everything's at 0. Scale 1. Transform position 0. I'm not sure that thing is falling the way I want it to. I'll just float it up a bit. Did I make a copy of it by mistake? No, I didn't. Okay. Wait. Okay. This is Sprite 2D. This is Star. That should go here. Set that one visible. Okay. So I set everything wrong. Position should be 0, 0. Wait. Star should be... Where are you, Star? Okay, Star's over there. Did the same thing. I kept moving the wrong object. Okay, Star. One star to start right here, at least for the time being. There we go. We put star hit at 0, 0, so the hitbox is on top of it. We put, well, we'll put the node 2, even though this one's invisible, I'll put that on top of it as well. Star 2, transform, position, 0, 0. And let me restart the whole Dukalaka. Make sure everything's duking and a locking correctly. Oh, Okay. Everything's not duking and locking correctly, but for the different reason. Yes, I do have collision with that item, but it's not supposed to be collision. It's not supposed to be treated as a wall or a floor. It's just supposed to detect that I'm colliding with it, not... Okay, collision layer. Yeah, floor layers. 1 and 2. Wall layers 1, 2. No. I may have to do a... Okay, so we remove... No. I want that... I want... Yes, let's remove collision layer 3. And take from the sprite... Um... collision shape 2D. Okay, I turned off description. I turned off collision layer 3 power up. Okay, it should search 3. It should check for 3, but not. Hmm. I'm going to restart. Make sure it's all working right. It's not, but let's pretend it is. Okay. Whoa. The heck? Okay. I think I think I did that because it was a slope. Okay, I should not be standing on top of this exclamation point, but I am. I'm a good coder. That is even the thing I wanted to actually check. Uh, to check. The whole reason I put it there was not to see if I could interact with it, but was to see. Um, that's the sprite. I'm moving the sprite without the. That's moving the thing without the thing. Okay. Once again, let's move star hit and let's move star 2 and 0, 0. So it's all in the same spot. Because I gave it physics. I gave it physics of its own. It should be falling. So let's print debug is on floor. It's not on the floor. Uh, it's definitely not on the floor. Gravity does exist. 980 meters per second squared. That's the proper gravity. Oh, of course. If not is on floor, that's why. That's why. Okay, okay, that's good. That's why it's not testing for floor collision when you're standing on the ground, because it checks you only fall when, yeah, when you're not on the floor. Huh. Might make it easier to, what if? What if I do like so and see what happens? Don't you know? Just make it fall. Make it fall far. Okay, yeah, it's not set to be floating. Floor. Stop on slope, snap length, block on wall. Just block on wall. Constant speed, okay. Max angle, snap length, collision, safe margin, moving platform. I might put in moving platforms later, but that's okay. Just turn off all those things. Yeah, so what am I looking at here? What do I have up? Okay, basically I shouldn't be able to stand on this thing. I should be falling through it, and the exclamation point itself should be falling to the ground. So that's why I made it a character body 2D. Probably shouldn't be a character body 2D now that I think about it. It's not a character. What are the other options for that? I don't want it to be a rigid body 2D. I think I want it to be a physics body 2D, which is kinem- kinematic body 2D. I might want it to be a kinetic 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 body 2D. Kinematic body 2D. Oh wait, that's not a thing anymore apparently. Okay, let me look at physics body 2D and the newer thing. Character body, rigid body, static body. I think I want rigid. Yes, I want it to be a rigid body. Yes, I think I want it to be a rigid body 2D. Star. Oh, wait. Rigid. that up here. Take this, and we drop it all under. Oop, nope, 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 nope. Star 2. Oh. It's fine. It's fine that everything has the same name, no problem. So we got a star. Let's remove this script. Clear. Let's add a script here. I'm glad I made a backup of everything. Attach script. There we go. I want a brand new script. Star 2. I attach star script. Yeah, that's fine. Star 2 script load. Now this may not work correctly. Might crash right here. Because it is a character. I do have character body 2D here. Yes. So that should be. Did I spell that right? I did not. Rigid body 2D. Rigid body 2D cannot detect. Wait, is this a rigid body 2D? It is. Okay. So here's the deal. Screw it. Delete. Star. We put the star GD back there. Okay. And we there. Get that. Okay, so it's a character now with no input commands. But it doesn't fall. Still. Okay. Still. It's fine. Just need a moment to think. Let me look at the player sprite here. What else? What do we have here? So, yeah, I don't understand. It's literally the same function. Wait. I don't have move and slide in there. I removed the move and slide, didn't I? Move it has to move. Okay. That did it. Okay. can't believe I left out move and slide, the thing that makes it move. Sometimes I wonder about myself. Turn down that background noise just a little bit there. Kind of quiet day today. Okay. Yeah, check a few things here. Okay. 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 A little tired today. Had dinner last night. Kicked back on me at like 2 in the morning, and didn't sleep very well. Then again, when do I sleep well? I need to talk to a doctor. An old man. I need to speak to the doctor at least once every day. Okay, let's close that. Uh, Ooh. Nom 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 nom. Okay, let's see here. We just check everything. And okay. What was I doing? Right, I was doing a thing with some. Right, I was trying to figure out. No, this I figured out. Okay, that's good. That's all good. Star GD is layer 3. Did I set the wrong collision layer? Is that the problem? I didn't think I had. Oops. There. Well, let's take a look. Should have fallen to the. Uh, I see the problem. Hang on. Okay, okay. The star needs to be collision layer 1 to interact with the ground. But if it's collision layer 1, then the player also interacts with it like it was the ground. So, that's not an issue. Let's make it. Let's add collision layer 5 to the star, and uh, collision layer 5 to the brick, and just be on the safe side, the spike. Now, reset, because got to reset because it fell through the floor already. There's no way to get it back. Okay. Uh, oh, did I? Hang on. What collision layers? Star 3 and 5. Player is collision layer 1 and 2. Let's turn that off as well. Okay. Okay. This means I have to mix different types of collision layers, but I think I can do that. Exactly. But yeah, okay. I need to. Oof. I need to not collide with it as a physics object, but I have to be able to collide with it. What if I make. Let me just play with layers here for a moment. If I turn on the mask and then turn off the collision layer, that means, it pushed me out. That's amusing. Wait, am I showing the right image here? I am showing the right image. Yay! So, okay, so if it's checking the mask but not the. Then I don't go through it. If I'm checking the collision layer but not the mask, okay. Huh. Hmm. Hmm. Whoop. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. That kind of was dumb. That was kind of dumb. Before we do anything else, tile map, square. Okay. Let's go back over to my video game. Hi, my name is Great Uncle Pixel, and I make video games. Okay. Okay. Just doing it again. I want it to be right on this platform. Let's start a little above this platform. I want to start over here, in fact. I want to move it a little to the left so I can see it when the game starts. Brick. Tile map 2. U. I'm gonna put it right here. Okay. I'm gonna go back to star. I put that in the wrong spot, didn't I? Didn't I mess it up this time? Didn't I? Where's star? Your star. Okay, right there. Which means I want star to be right about here. Want to be a little too high. Okay. In fact, star. Transform position is, yeah, 600. Y is 30. Star hit. 0, 0. Star 2 for the actual sprite. 0, 0. And let's begin again. Okay. I mistimed that badly, but let's begin again. Let's begin again. Okay. It looks like it's floating. That's because I paused it as soon as the game started. So we unpause it and it falls onto the platform. Perfect. Okay, and I can get to it. I think I'd move it a little further to the left in the when I get the game actually moving. What do we got here? I can move it to the left by. These blocks is 64 by 64. 612 minus 64 is 548. I think. Yes, that is exactly correct. Because I sometimes ain't dumb. I do want star to be, fine. It's fine where it is. Fell to the ground. Fell to the ground because I moved it. Let's restart this so everything's in the right spot. Then I'll sneeze because it's allergy season. And I'll unfreeze the game so it falls. Very nice, very nice. And there we go. That's the. I don't think the power up's actually going to be right there in this when the game is, gaming, but. Um, like that. And I think what I'm gonna do for the moment, for a minute there, just for a minute, gonna close this. Gonna close this. Look at that black screen back there. Can I don't really have anything I can show it there. That's weird. Okay. Doesn't have my desktop background I can pull up. I could do that on my Mac. It's fine. It's fine. Because I want to. Actually, I think I can just do that. Maybe. Okay. Um. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So I'm going to save this. I'm going to stop the program, quit the project list, save and quit, save and quit. Don't save. I don't want that. Ooh, I pulled up some eyeballs. We don't need any eyeballs. I got eyeballs. Got all the eyeballs one could ever want inside my head. Now, this, you may recognize, is Space Deflators. Why, you may ask, did you pull up Space Deflators, Great Uncle Pixel? Because I want to check for some, because I want to steal some code from Space Deflators. Particularly right, specifically, I want to steal, uh, the collision area code. There we go. And I'm going to drop this into a blank text document. And let me just check, see if anything actually calls it here. It does not, but energy calls it. Okay. That's fine. Anyway, I'm going to set that invisible again. So I can once again quit the project list and reopen Invincible. Pull that back up. Right. No capture. Invincible. There we go. Back. Right, just as I left it. I'm going to go up here to Node 2D, and I'm just going to drop this function wholesale in here, because I don't think it needs anything else. It does not. Okay. Okay, pretty good. 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 Womp. Now I just got to make sure I can call this properly because I don't have any area 2Ds this time. I have collision shapes directly attached to players or and to various sprites. Huh. End has an end area and an end shape. I think I can fix that with a area 2D. Because clearly the player is going to need, and the sprite is going to need area 2D. Um, okay. Maybe it doesn't need an area 2D. I'll leave it there for the time, for the moment being. But I might be able to send the player and the star directly. Hmm. I mean, can I send the player and the star directly? Probably not without, I might need two collision shapes for each, probably. So let's see if it crashes. Let's see if it crashes. It crashed. Okay, I expected it to crash. Um, right, overlaps area. Uh, but I'm sure there has to be something similar. So let's look at the character body 2D and see what we got for commands. I'm going to wander over here to, I'm going to look. See if I can pull that up without too much. And we got character body 2D. Character body 2D. Character body 2D. Character body 2D today. Um, okay. Physics body 2D. Okay. You know, just because I try to open the window doesn't mean I open the window, right? 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 There! Stupid piece of garbage. Sometimes things are a stupid piece of garbage. So I want to see properties and methods compared to, okay, so overlaps area is clearly not here. Okay. Hmm. So it's just wide angle. Hmm. Okay, so I cannot use this directly. This is not what I want. The command that I want is not in here, and I will need a star area. So I'll add a child node, another collision. No, it needs to be collision shape 2D star area hit. I wonder actually. Copy. Let me delete this. Let me delete this. There's nothing there, so let me paste. Make another copy of it. Or call this one star area hit so I don't get confused. It's a circle. Now let's hit 2D over here. Transform 0, 0. Star area is should be 0, 0. Good. So let's do the same thing over here. Player, sub resource, not sub resources. Add child node, area, area 2D. Call it the player area. which is pretty funny. In fact, let's attach it. No, let's just attach it to player, and then we'll make a copy of collision shape 2D and drop it in player area. Paste. Do 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 do. Okay, that's fine. And now let's go back to the script. Not this one, but this one. Wait, where did I make that new script that crashed immediately? Because I need to see it crash immediately so I can figure out where I put it. Okay. Oh, there it is. Collision area player star. That's it. So collision area player slash player area star star area. If collision area colon print debug got star get, because that's the traditional message when you get a star, right? So we're not watching the game. We're watching the window over here. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. It recognizes the collision. It recognizes the overlapping area. There's a lot of spam going on down there, but that's okay. My God, it did exactly what I wanted it to do. Holy poop. Ah! Holy poop. So I'm going to dummy this out. I'm dummying this out, but this is going to be like very important. Hang on. Collision area. Do I? Is it here? It's not here. Okay. It's down in the variables here in player, right? The in Running Man? Where is it? Where the heck is it? Okay. Node 2. So we'll go back up to node 2D. If collision area equals star area, then player area, player, Running Man was true. Star Position dot x equals plus 1,000 plus 500, 200, 200 for now. And finally, things are starting to take shape. Finally. I knew I spelled that wrong. I really did, didn't I? Of course I did. Why wouldn't I? No, that I spelled it like a. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. It's all fine. It's all good. It's all fine. Let's just make sure. Okay. No, it's jokingly crying aside, it's all coming together. That wasn't right, but um, oh, plus equals 200 is what I want, not equals plus 200. Oh, right. Right, and that's the other thing. Invince, where is what script was I just doing? Oop. Player slash running man invincible counter equals 1800. 100 divided by, that's 30 seconds. Let's do 600, so it's 10 seconds. And I think it's still running. It is, okay. Maybe? Did it crash? No. Touch? Okay. That's fine. Okay, and the color thing of touching the brick is messing with my. Okay, gonna do that. Okay, so what if I undo this? Because I wanted to. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yeah. What? Which character body 2D? Okay. Oh. If, uh, where am I? Character body 2D? Okay. Uh, okay. Set back to white. Let me see here. Color. Collision equals spike. What is wrong with this? Oh, right, of course. Dollar sign. There we go. Stop that. Okay, I think it's working. I think it's working. Okay. And actually, in fact, actually, hang on. X else except and running and not running man dot invincible. Put that down here as well. Now, if I'm not mistaken, oop, I shouldn't have reset that. That's fine. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I should turn blue on the spikes. Okay. And then we go up here and we touch it. Okay. Something's wrong with my color change, but okay. What? Something's wrong here. It's not supposed to turn blue. If you're invincible. If you're invincible, it's not even supposed to check. You know what? If not, hang on. What's that? If not is on floor and not running man invincible. Nothing should change the color here. Nothing should be affecting the color of running man if I am invincible. Collision info and not. In fact, yeah, I don't want that there even. Just let's remove that and put it there. Should only check for collision if you're not invincible. Okay, I don't need that function anymore, but that's fine. And really, it shouldn't check. Okay, node 2D. Let's go all the way up and check the colors. Running man. Character body 2D 42. Line 42. Okay, okay. Really, it shouldn't be doing this at all if running man invincible. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, these are all boop, boop, boop. Tab these over too. Okay. Now, in fact, it really it shouldn't be doing any of this if running man is invincible. But I will think I will change that later after I make sure it works piecemeal. Because right now it's not working piecemeal even. Okay, so it should be blue, should be not blue, should be blue, should be not blue, should be not blue. Blinking red, blinking red. And after 10 seconds, it wears off and I turn blue again. Yeah, having it just move to the right like that is not how it's going to work in the final game, but it is going to move when you grab it. But it will move pretty far off screen, and I'll have to determine exactly. It will be deterministic where it winds up, not just moving 100 spaces to the right. Oh, but I am pretty happy today. I hate when I get stuck for a whole week. I think I'm going to call it there. It's a couple minutes early, but I have an appointment tonight, so it's Friday. It's Friday. It's almost dinner time. And I got a crap ton done today, and I'm very happy about that. I will probably be working on this off stream on Sunday because the game jam I'm working on this for ends on Wednesday. So I will be working on this off stream, unlike my own games for me. And if it's not done in time for the game jam, it might be now. Now it might be. I was concerned. I was concerned that it wasn't going to get even be remotely done, but it is done. I mean, it's not done. Obviously, it's not done. But all the key elements are in place and they work. Everything else now is yeah, all the key elements are finally in place. They all work. There's platforms, there's power up, there platforms, power ups, and death spikes. And they all work exactly as I want them to, and that oh, just oh, that makes me happy. Oh, that makes me happy. So this is looking good. Got a long way to go, but I'm finally going. I'm not stuck on the side of the road like I have been for the past, geez, almost a week. So I will see you tomorrow for my Borderlands 4 stream. And for now, for now, I'm just looking among my for someone to raid. They'll do. Haven't not they'll do. But let's go. And anyway, good night, and I will be back. I'll be streaming code on Monday. I'll be streaming games tomorrow, and I will be hitting my head against this game off stream on Sunday. So when you see this game again on Monday, hopefully it'll be much further along for both of us. Hopefully for both of us sakes is